Okay, so welcome to our Hearts for Health team Sunday night call. And this week we are going to kick off. We have it's called, this is a mouthful, but it's the Super 6 Squad Surge, which is a 6-week surge. The next 6 weeks, it really starts today, but we're doing the kickoff right now. So we'll really officially start tomorrow. And it is basically 6 weeks of massive action. And I am going to put this little PowerPoint that I created up here. Can you guys all see that? Everyone's muted, but I'm going to assume you can see that. So this is calling all superheroes. So here are the questions. Number one, are you, and you guys might want to unmute yourself because I want to hear answers. Are you passionate about our mission of inspiring healthy living?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Yes. Are you committed to growing your business?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay. Do you want to be a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company?
Yes.
Yes. Yay. Are you ready to truly link arms and create a strong team?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you willing to make your business a priority for the next 6 weeks?
Yes.
Awesome. And I feel like this is kind of the kicker. Making really, truly 100% making your business a top priority in your life for the next 6 weeks. And then do you believe that all-out massive action over a short period of time will yield growth that will benefit you for a lifetime?
Yes.
Yay. And I can tell you guys on this one, just, back a few years ago when I was getting to NMD, my business, I had a strong reason for wanting to get to NMD, and my business really took almost top priority in my life for a while. And that's the key is the next 6 weeks in doing this, you most likely will feel a little bit out of balance with other aspects of your life. And that's okay. This isn't forever. It's really for the next 6 weeks of just doing this all out massive action in order to gain benefits that really are going to benefit you for the rest of your life. So having said yes to all of those, welcome superheroes. And we kind of went with a superhero theme for this because, we really truly are sort of superheroes. I mean, we are out there fighting disease, fighting poor health, fighting against, how do I want to put it, being stuck financially in places that we don't want to be. And really, I want you to truly think of yourself as a superhero, because each one of you are absolutely a superhero in committing to doing this. And I just like this quote, success doesn't come to you, you have to go to it. And that's so true in our business. I think sometimes we kind of want to sit back and just wait for customers to just fall in our lap and for distributors to fall in our lap. And it doesn't work that way. I will tell you that when you're doing massive action, when you're doing the right activities and have the right intention, customers and team members will fall out of the sky. They absolutely will. But you have to be doing that activity in order to make that happen. So the Super 6 Squad Surge is, it's not a contest, it's a commitment. And so we all answered yes to the questions there. And as a member, you're going to be given a lot of support from everybody else who's participating. And we're going to do that support through our Hearts for Health Voxer group. So you want to make sure that you have that on Voxer, that you're a member of that. If you're not, let me know and we can add you. And you're going to be paired with an accountability partner. So it'll be you and one other person that you may or may not already know. And the two of you it'll kind of be up to you to talk daily And whether that's through Voxer or texting or, a voice call, it's completely up to you how you want to do that. But you guys are going to keep each other accountable and really partner together through this. And then our team Facebook group will be used a lot for support and recognition as well. So with this, you get to set your goal. So you get to decide if you, here are some examples of what your goal might be. It might be to become customer qualified if you are not customer qualified right now. It might be to hit promote out bonus and be promote out qualified if you're a sales coordinator. It might be to fast track to the next level. So maybe you want to fast track to your 2000 plus, or fast track to sales coordinator, or senior sales coordinator, or QNMD, or NMD. Or it might be you really, really want to commit to the 2x2x2x2 daily method of operation activity. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry. We're gonna walk through that. And it really, that's the kind of the basis of this whole commitment, is really being consistent with whatever activity level you want to do. So whether it's 2x2x2x2, or maybe for you it's 1x1, every day, or maybe it's 2x2 per week. That's complete. Maybe it's 10x10x10x10. So it's completely up to you. And like I said, we're going to walk through that. Don't worry if that doesn't make a lot of sense to you right now. But we know that massive action will lead to massive results. And you can expect to connect to others who are totally going for it in their activity. Our daily activities are what determines our success. If you want to get super focused for this 6-week surge, it will move your business forward in a big way. I promise you that. And then expect some recognition and fun too. And let's get out there and change lives and inspire healthy living around the world. So always be yourself, unless you can be Batman, and then be Batman. Okay, so I talked about the 2x2x2x2, and this is the sheet. And just to let you know, all of the documents we walk through, I will post on our Facebook page tonight, right after this call. So some of them are already there, but I'm going to just create a Super 6 Squad Surge folder, and I'll put all of these documents there. But the 2x2x2x2, what we mean with that is each day, Monday through Friday, if you can share Juice Plus with 2 new people per day. And if you're relatively new to this business, that shouldn't be that hard, right? Because you probably have hundreds of people in your life that absolutely need to know about Juice Plus. If you've been around for a long time and sort of need to expand your warm market, make a commitment to just start 2 conversations a day, and don't really put that pressure on yourself that they have to become Juice Plus conversations. But when you're in line at the grocery store, just strike up a conversation with the person behind you, or, wherever you happen to be. Now, what's key to this is you have to get out of your house to have 2 conversations a day. I don't know about you, but for me, it doesn't happen if I sit in my house all day. And then 2 follow-ups. So every day you're following up with 2 people, preferably that you talked to last week about Juice Plus. Follow up with 2 customers. So you're doing really great customer care, because every day you're talking to 2 of your customers. And one thing that is written on there, there's a little asterisk, and it says print your genealogy report. And I have started doing this, and I'm not terribly consistent, but the weeks that I do this, it's great. I try to print my genealogy report on Monday. You know how they send it every Sunday night. And if you don't know what a genealogy report is, it's a report that gets emailed to you every Sunday night, and it lists every single customer you have. And if you have team members, it lists your team members and all of their customers. And I just kind of look through that so that those people are fresh in my mind. And if I see them on Facebook, I can, make a little comment, or it really just helps me to focus on my customers. And if I just look through their list of names, I'll think of, conversations to have with some of them that I otherwise wouldn't have, because we really want to just continue building that relationship. And then two team members. So depending on how big your team is, plan on talking to at least 2 team members a day. And then events. So, really having some sort of an event at least every week, maybe daily. It just depends on your goals. But at least every week, you want to have an event on the calendar that you're inviting to. And that can be a Prevention Plus talk in your area. It can be just a wellness presentation that you schedule at your own house or maybe a restaurant and invite people to. It can be a Facebook event. It can be, sitting down and sitting at Starbucks. Bring your sponsor and sit at Starbucks and explain Juice Plus to them. That's an event. For those of you who are out of town, a Zoom call, getting your sponsor and a prospect on a Zoom call together, or even a 3-way phone call, is an event. So really think about, preferably having an event at least every day, but definitely live events at least once a week during this 6 weeks. And then 3-way calls with prospects, customers, team members. You want to get either your sponsor or somebody in your upline, or even somebody on our team that has the right information. Vicki and I we tried to set up a 3-way call with Lori Mackhart because Vicki's daughter is graduating from dental hygiene school. And we ended up setting up a Voxer group so the 3 of us could talk. And Lori gave Vicki just some amazing information. We have such a wealth of knowledge within our team, and you really want to take advantage of that. And then check social media every day. Post, comment, or like things. Here's the thing, though. Don't get sucked into it. It's easy to waste an hour on Facebook just getting sucked into looking at everyone's posts. So you have to use your time wisely there. I love what I always draw a blank on her name. The gal who did the social media presentation at conference, the breakout session, she said she posts 4 different topics, sort of. One is 25% of what she posts on Facebook are things that show she's real. So she can sort of make fun of herself, or, just she's a real person. She's not perfect. 25% of what she posts on social media are positive, just inspirational quotes or positive things. And there's so many of those out there. You can Google them, or you can find, an inspirational speaker that you like and like them on Facebook, and you're going to get a lot of those quotes. So 25% real, 25% positive, because she wants to show people she's a happy, real person. 25% of what she posts is about health, not necessarily Juice Plus, but just health. Depending on who you're friends with and what pages you like and things like that, you probably get a lot of health-related information going across your newsfeed. It's great to share those. And then 25%, the last 25% is her lifestyle. She really tries to show the lifestyle that Juice Plus has created for her in terms of time freedom, being able to be where she needs to be or where she wants to be at any certain time, doing activities with her kids, or, whatever that means to you. So I love that idea of trying to keep your posts. The whole idea is she wants to show she's a positive, healthy, healthy, happy person, real person that has time freedom. And then check Voxer, and this is key. And here's a suggestion. If the icon for Voxer is not on your front page of your phone, which I mean, the first page when you go to, you can move those icons around. Move it to the first page so that every time you look at your phone, you can see if you have Voxer messages. You'll definitely want to keep up with our Hearts for Health Team Voxer group, because you're going to get a lot of great information in there, a lot of inspirational things and just great information. And then one simple change for the month of May, the one simple change the company is going with is color your plate. So eat very colorfully. And then read a book. We don't really have a team book that we're all reading, but it's always a good idea to continue your education. So this is the 2x2 by 2x2. And you get to decide if it's 2 people a day in each of these. Maybe it's 1 person a day. Maybe it's, 2 people a week. It's up to you. Maybe it's 10 people a day. If you really want to build your business fast, 10 people a day is going to get you there. I promise. And you get to decide what your goals are, what level of activity you want to do. But the key is to be consistent. So I highly recommend every Sunday night or Monday morning, sit down and fill this out. Think about where you're going to be on each day of the week, who you're going to likely run into. And if there are prospects you're going to run into, put their name on that day of the week. Fill this up with who you're going to talk to, and then it gives you a roadmap for the week so that you don't sit down on Thursday and go, oh gosh, I really can't think of anyone to talk to today. You already have that filled out. Then this is the memory jogger. And I put that in here just because if you're not currently using it, I want to strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you use a memory jogger. It doesn't have to be specifically this form. It can be on your phone in your notes, or it can, whatever works for you. But have a list of people. Brain dump everybody you can think of onto a list somewhere and keep that list somewhere. Because here's the thing, if you can just brain dump literally everybody you can think of and carry that with you, you're going to continue thinking of more and more and more people. And are you guys seeing?
No.
Oh, you're kidding. What do you see?
Calling all super.
Ah. Huh. Now do you see this?
Yes.
Ah, thank you, Kristen.
I'm like, we're not seeing them.
Yes, I could have spoken up. I guess if I'm in play mode, that's weird. I can't explain why. Okay. So keep a memory jogger though. If you can brain dump everybody you can think of onto this paper, then you can get them out of your head and onto the paper, and it frees up the space in your head to think of more people. I know it sounds crazy, but it really, really works that way. And then you have this whole list. When you sit down on Sunday night and go, gosh, who should I talk to this week? You have a list of people to choose from. You don't have to start from scratch and go, can't really think of anybody. You already have it there. And then invitation list. For each specific event that's going on, create this invitation list. Take these names from your memory jogger. This is a great way to keep it. You have their name, their phone number right there, or however you contact them, whether it's Facebook messaging or, whatever works for you. And you have the RSVP results. So, for the first event, they couldn't go. The next event, you can keep track of them. And here's a Facebook event invitation. And the same thing goes for Zoom calls. And we can create as many events as you want within our team. That's part of what I'm excited about, that we're, kind of all going to communicate via Voxer and via our Facebook group. Is if you want to create a Facebook event, you can open it up to everyone if you want. Let's go. Go. Sorry, I have extra kids here, and you know how that goes. But if if you're looking for, you have someone that you want to invite into a Zoom call, like just a one simple change Zoom call, you can send something out and say, hey, does anybody else have people to invite? Would Thursday night work? And let's create one, right? It doesn't have to be me or your sponsor or somebody in particular setting those up. Everybody can do that. And people will volunteer. If you're not comfortable kind of leading it, other people will volunteer to do that. Okay, this is the 2000 Plus Planner Tracker. So this is a spreadsheet that you can send out. And, oh yes, I will show the 2x2x2x2 again in just a minute. I can't believe those weren't showing. But this is a great way when someone is going for their 2000 plus. It's a spreadsheet that has the formulas built in. So you can just put in the customer name, the product, how much PVC it is, and the PVC is all right over here. And it'll keep track cumulatively of how close you are to your 2000 plus. Well, you can do the same thing. You can basically use this same sheet to get to qualification, even being customer qualified, where you have enough customers yourself. Instead of the promo PVC, you're going to want to use the regular PVC, which is a fourth as much. But this is a great sheet to use to track where you are and how much you need to go. So I'm going to go back here. This is the 2x2x2x2 that I was talking about earlier. And you can see it has the days of the week, and then it has 2 new people, 2 follow-ups, 2 customers, 2 team members, events, 3-way calls, social media, Voxer, 1 simple change, and read a team book. So, and then depending on where you are in the business, and I think this is a great sheet for everybody, this is the designing your team sheet. This is where you kind of are designing your dream team. Who would you like to be on your team? And you know, there are probably a handful of people, if you really think about it, that you can go, oh wow, they would be great. Or I just would love to work with that person. Or, you know, they are so servant-hearted that I think they would really appreciate our business and appreciate being able to help people. So you can write their names in here, and then get with your sponsor or somebody, you know, upline to you and walk through what the next steps are with them. It's a great way to kind of keep accountable. You can figure out what the next steps are, and then the next time you talk, you can tell them the results, or even via Voxer as soon as it happens. You can tell them the results. It's a great way to keep it all organized. And again, if you get it out of your head and onto the paper, it helps so much. Okay, so this is a document we used a long time ago, and we've kind of gotten away from using, and it's called the conversion tracker. And I put just this, you know, this data in here. I'm going to put a blank one out there. It already has the formulas in here. So you just put the date. And what I have here is I just, assuming you talk to 2 prospects a day for 2 weeks. So this is 20 different people, right? Because Monday through Friday, 2 people a day for 2 weeks. You put their name. You would want to put their contact information. And then you put a 1 in if you contact them. And then if they take the next step, if you create enough interest that they are willing to to come to a presentation. And whether that presentation is an in-person presentation, a Facebook event, a 3-way call, or a Zoom call, watching a video, you know, whatever that presentation is, you put a 1 in here. Then if you follow up with them, right, and you do that follow-up, you put a 1 in here. And then you put whatever the result is. Either they're going to become a customer, a distributor, or they're going to say, nope, not right now. I'm really not interested. And it may take a little more time to get to a, you know, kind of a final answer, but after that follow-up, you're pretty much going to be able to put them in one of these 3 columns. So a 1 for Susie, a 1 contact, and she said no. She was a contact, brought G's Plus up, and she said, no, not really interested. So I put a 1 in the no column. This will tell you the totals, first of all. So there were 19, I thought there would be 20 contacts. There were 19 contacts. 10 went on to a presentation. 8 of the 10 went, you know, after the presentation were followed up with. 7 of them became customers, 2 distributors, and then 12 of the total 19 said no thank you. This is going to tell you your percentages. So your percent of contacts to presentations is 52%. That's actually really, really good. Your percent of presentations to follow-up is 80%. Percent of follow-ups to customers is 87.5%. So that kind of tells you if they got to the presentation and you followed up with them, chances are they're going to become a customer. And then percent of contacts to distributors is 25%. So these percentages are really good to know, because if one of these is low, let's say this contact to presentation was 5%, then you can look at this with your sponsor and go, I think I really need some help in inviting to a presentation, inviting them to take the next step. Maybe you need some help with your story. Maybe, you know, your sponsor will know this will help them to know how to help you. Maybe you're great at getting people to a presentation and your follow-up rate is really low. You know, maybe you don't have an organized system to keep track of people and follow up. Or maybe from that follow-up, getting them to say yes as a customer or a distributor is low. That way you know what areas you're really good at and what areas you need some help at. So, and this is a great way to keep track for the next 6 weeks of who you've talked to. So this conversion tracker this is a new document for most people. It will be included in the information that I put on our Facebook group. And then I created this Super 6 Squad Surge tracker. And here's, you're going to keep track of your results, basically. So for every new customer, you get 2 points. And it has formulas in here. So if you put a 1 in here for week 1, it'll calculate 2 as your points. So for each week, you can keep track of how many new customers. For a new frontline distributor, you get 5 points. For a new promotion, let's say you hit your 2,000 plus, you get 10 points. And for a new qualifier, so if you qualify your business for the first time, you get 10 points. And with these last 2, if you help a frontline team member to a new promotion, you get 10 points and they get 10 points. And if you help a frontline team member to qualify their business for the first time, you get 10 points and they get 10 points. Does that make sense? So this is just a tracker to keep track of your results. And here's the fun part. I created these graphics, and I will say I'm not the most creative person in the world. I did the best I could. So each of these are 2 different graphics that I will put out there that we can use. And I want to encourage you to use these. So every time you get a new customer, post this picture on our Facebook group and say, bam, 2 points. And you can tell us a little bit about the customer. Every time you get a new distributor, kapow, 5 points, right? Use these graphics. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then we have a new promotion, boom, 10 points. And a new qualifier, wham! I say Wonder Woman for the best. The best. 10 points. So all these graphics will be out there, and I can't wait to see lots and lots and lots of these graphics being used on our Facebook page. So, and what you'll want to do is I'll post these out there as pictures. You can download those onto, I would recommend on your phone, because you usually have your phone with you, your phone or your computer, or both. And that way, when you want to post, you have them right there, downloaded, that you can just post those. And here is the reward really is what this is going to do for your business. But the accountability duo, so you'll have an accountability partner, and the pair, the accountability pair with the highest total points at the end of the 6 weeks are going to each win $100 in cash. Okay? And it will be given at either the Colorado Boot Camp or the San Antonio Summit. So you want to make sure you're there. Cold, hard cash. So yes, you can. You can do this. Everybody can do this. If you want in, just let me know that you're in. You can do that right now, or you can do it anytime before the end of the day on Monday. And I will get accountability partners put together and announced by Wednesday. It should be Wednesday morning that I'll get that all set. And in the meantime, get into massive activity and acknowledge your results on the Hearts for Help Team Facebook page with those graphics. And let the games begin. So, what do you guys think?
I'm in.
Yay! Who was that?
Megan.
Megan. I'm making a list. Awesome.
I'm in.
Who was that?
Stacy.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see who's talking.
Kristen, put me down.
Kristen.
Kathy.
Who was that?
Kathy.
Cassie. Awesome.
I botched you, but I'm in. I already told you.
Yay. Yeah. And some people have already told me. Okay. Doreen, do you have your hand up? You're in? Okay. Awesome.
Yes, you could put me too.
Okay, great, Jim. Yay. And if you want to, if you want to think about it, that's fine. You can let me know by the end of the day on Monday. Do you all have any questions about this? Are there parts that are confusing?
I think when you post the recording, you need to make sure to mention that they need to view it like tomorrow, because I know like Sylvia and Wendy and some of those people that don't get on or can't get on Sunday evenings, where time is kind of important for this one. They might want to make sure they watch it tomorrow so they can let you know.
Okay. And
then it officially starts today, right?
It does. It officially starts today. So any new customers, once we get off this call, I'll put all the information up there, and you can, if you have a new customer from today or new anything. You have 2 new customers?
I got 2 today.
Woo!
Bam, bam.
I love it.
And is this any kind of customers? Like if they just order steak, or they just order bars, like that counts as a customer. Just
Yes, and I'm very glad you asked that. It's box count. So It is count one customer for every box. So Orchard and Vineyard counts as one box, and Orchard and Garden counts as one box, and Vineyard counts as a second box. So a trio counts as 2 customers. Complete counts as another one. So it's box count for the customers.
And are we doing Tower Garden box count as all just one thing, or if they order accessories, does that count?
Yeah, I think Tower Garden is all one thing, because accessories
Okay.
are kind of that's usually what we do. Is Tower Garden is one.
Yep.
Any other questions?
I have a question. Can you type up the, I guess, rules or guidelines for customers since I just started?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Did you say type those up?
Yes. If you could post them, I guess. I should have said post it.
Yeah, I will. I just want to make sure I heard you right and you weren't waiting for me to like tell you something.
Right.
Awesome. Any other questions? Okay, well,